too. I got interrupted. Anyway, I have to start the video again. Want to discuss this set of clamps I just got. I'm very proud of them. I don't use a lot of clamps. There are many people that do carpentry work that say you can never have enough clamps, and I kind of get that. Especially if you're working on multiple projects at the same time. There's bar clamps like this. There's pipe clamps where you buy your length of pipe and you put your ends on, so however long you cut your pipe is how big the clamp is. So it's rather versatile using bar clamps at times when you can. The throat might be a little small depending upon the ends you get, so that can vary. There's different type of clamps where they mount on a bench and you can clamp something down to it. They might have a hole in the workbench where it slides into. Don't remember, Fesino, it might be the name of one of the companies that makes some rather expensive, odd working stuff that people like in the field. Okay, there's also flat stock cloth where you can wrap around a square box, and it's a clamp and it's like a strap. It looks like a strap and it works just like a strap, and it clamps things down with odd shapes like chairs, legs, back, stuff like that. So there's many different versatile clamps now. We just want you guys to get a heads up and think about what you have, what you're doing, and if you might be looking at something like this. Okay, the old school standby, these work. C-clamps work just fine. Remember, the most of the time I use C-clamps basically for the piston on the brakes, how to push it back in so I could put new brake shoes on there. This might actually work for that also, even though it's not a C-clamp. If I understand correctly, C-clamps are said to be a little bit stronger. This has a very small footprint right here, so knowing that getting in, you can see the footprint there is pretty small. Okay, you got this piece here and then you got this piece there. Okay, the footprint isn't that big, but they do work. The old standby will outlive me. So outlive most of us, I guess. No matter how rusty you get, you can probably clean it up and reuse it. A little bit of oil, such and such. So having a few of these around the house can be handy. When you don't have them, you don't use them as much. If you're cutting material, either the blade or the material should be stationary. If you can get both stationary, like on a drill press with the drill stationary and then your material stationary, that's a nice deal, or better deal. If you can get something like that where both are stationary. But these can help get your material stationary, help hold things together. This one is very versatile. It actually comes apart, so you can flip the jaws around. You can open something. If you're working on a box and you're tight on the ends and you might be bowing in the middle, you can open it up so you keep it nice and level while you're gluing your stuff together. So they have their uses. Not sure about the different sizes. If this is wider here on this bar, it's not a flat stock like this one with rounded edge. It has kind of slightly oval edges on there, and the weight on these two are similar. Very, very similar, despite this being so much larger. Okay, very similar on these two guys, despite the size of this. But this is all metal construction. This has a lot of polycarbonate, whatever kind of plastic they're using here. It's pretty good, have to say, because of the rating. And I'll give you the rating in a second. So again, we discussed the footprint on here. It's not very good, and this is where this can come better. This can actually gouge into a piece of wood if you're working on a piece of medium or hard wood or something like that, or even a piece of soft wood. You can tighten it out and cut it, but if you don't want to gouge it, this might not be the way to go. Okay, unless you can put a piece of stock in between what you're clamping down, similar to some shims or something like that. Okay, where you can have something else to take the pressure off of this small footprint where it can gouge into your material. Okay, I do like C-clamps. I've had few over the years. I don't know where they're at now. I'm going to pause the video so I can adjust my AF for a second. Just give me 1 second while I pause the video. Excuse me. I adjusted the AF and it seems it's correct. It didn't change from my last setting, so hopefully everything's working out fine. This has a larger footprint here. You can actually see that in the video. Very nice. Less chance you're going to mar something. It also has a nice polycarbonate foot here. These actually just come right off. So you can take it off and you have a regular size footprint, but it's still bigger than, per se, the other one that I showed you, the bar clamp, the original one. So that's nice. I'm not sure how many different kind of attachments you can put on here. These are not cheap. These are 16 and change each, about $17 a piece. But when I first started using, I really like the way they work. These are the highest rated I've seen in a 6-inch clamp. 6-inch should be the space in between here. Okay, let's see if that's the case. Got almost exactly 6 inches, maybe a hair more. Doesn't even go to 6 1/8. Costs about 6 inches, almost exactly. So that's nice. You can actually take this off, turn it over, and it should be able to come off, and then you should be able to put it on the other way. You move this guy over here, this side, and you put this on here, this way, like this, and then you can lock it into place. And now you have a spreader. I think I discussed previously, if you're working on a box and it bows in the middle, or you have your clamps on the end, your material starting to bow, you can actually spread it so you can keep it nice aligned while the glue is drying. So it has more uses than per se just the clamps, also a spreader. I'm not sure if they have attachments where you can put these together, but I think you guys being smart enough and having some ingenuity, you can figure it out. If you're going to make one of these work together. Just give me a second. I think I've seen this on a couple of woodworking, and it's pretty easy to do that. I like that. It has a firm lock inside, and I guess it would go something like that. Okay, if you had to put two of them together, might go something like this. Okay, 450 pounds. Everything else I've seen 6-inch barely made 300 pounds. So this is a good 50% stronger on this, despite its polycarbonate design here. I was really impressive when I read that. I originally wanted these for drywall. I want to put a long aluminum angle on an 8-foot sheet of drywall, and I can score my drywall with that a lot straighter, or at least draw the line. I can score with a knife pretty straight. So that's what I wanted, something like this. This was a little bigger than what I wanted, but why spend money twice? Why spend money for a smaller clamp for that particular use when the drywall is kind of weak and I might need it for serious work later on? That's why I went for these two guys. When I started looking up the ratings, another company that's very well renowned and appreciated by people would be Irwin from Lowe's. I saw some great clamps from DeWalt at Home Depot. Very well priced, pretty ingenious. For the money you're spending, you'll probably be spending less than these. The design in here, also the spring design in here, is much better than I've seen any other one. This is just a couple of tabs, I believe. You just have to pry these up. You guys can take a look inside. Most of the other ones, like the Irwins, would be... Oh, look like we broke that one tab. Have to get another cover. Would have 2 springs inside. This one has phenomenal 1 large spring and double clamp bars here, so pretty nice. The Irwins were said to be more ergonomic, and this one was said to feel a little odd using it. But once you get used to it, who cares? What's the difference? That also got my attention. That does not look like it's going anywhere anytime soon, so that's nice. The model number on this is, oops, excuse me, let's see if we can get that. Should be EZS Eddie Zebra Sam 15-8 on that particular these particular 6-inch. The length overall, even though the opening is 6 inches, is about 14 inches. 14, I'm gonna say, and 3/8. Okay, weight, I don't know, a pound plus, not much more than that, so it's pretty light. And the one-handed function is basically Let's open up a little bit more because I have a 6-inch gap here. Up. This one doesn't go as fast as the Irwin. The Irwin went faster than this. But 450 pounds, that's rare. I'm sorry. Let's see if we can adjust the camera so we can get a better image of that. 450 clamping force. 450 pounds of clamping force. That's pretty good. I'm very happy with that. I might even be able to move the camera in a little bit closer, and I'll have to probably adjust the angle down again, so we can get a generalization idea of what we're looking at. This one have to open up, man. When you go to release it, you're going to just press this trigger right here. Trigger right there. And that's how you release it, okay? The Irwin, I believe, has a trigger in the front. This one is different. They have a great feel. I'm very proud of these. So proud. I wanted to make a dedicated video just for 2 6-inch clamps. The company, BESSEY. I don't know where the origin is from. I'm not sure where they're manufactured, but these are the best I've seen for the money. There's nothing wrong with these guys for the money at all, but the one-handedness here, the 450 psi, the build on here, the spring tension. I think I showed you guys the mechanism inside. I can't get over it, how nice it is. I've used a lot of tools. No BS. I have over 35 years mechanical experience in different fields. The field I'm in now, service manager, building superintendent, super from up north, chief superintendent one side, 5 years, 23 years, over 23 and a half years doing that. And I've handled a lot of tools and a lot of equipment. This is one of the best I've ever seen. I'm very happy with, very proud of these. So I wanted to make a video for you guys. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't have much more for you today. And maybe you'll consider if you need a set of these, if they're worth it, I'm going to say yes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. And don't forget to look at their website and what kind of attachments they have, because I don't know what kind of attachments they have. This is a cool company, very innovative, and I also saw the same thing from DeWalt. Similar innovation. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.